My name is Roz Maiorino. I'm an American attorney licensed to practice law in the United States. I specialize in JS citizenship for Italian descendancy. We're here at the Italian Sicilians Do It Better podcast to talk about how you can potentially become an Italian citizen.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another one. Today, we got something a little different, but you're going to learn a lot. And I want G to do the honors in this one. Take it out, G.
All right, guys, listen. Embarking your Italian citizen journey can be quite dreadful. But luckily, we have someone here today that offers an exclusive white glove service. You can apply with her for the best and quickest route to a dual citizenship. She is here to tell us all about her business, her stories, and some goals. Everyone say hello to Dr. Maiorino.
Hey,
Hello, Dr.
Maria.
Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. This is quite exciting.
Of course.
We thank you for coming all the way from Colorado.
It was cold. I'm happy to be here. I'm like defrosting as I sit here, I think. It's so cold.
Man, if I
What
feel
is
like...
the weather like right now in Colorado?
Good Lord, it's like a negative 10 degrees. It's the coldest it's ever been since the dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Nice.
So
Wow.
I'm glad to be here in your very warm town. Everybody was wearing jackets. I was laughing. I'm like, I got a short sleeve
That's
on,
nothing
baby.
compared to.
This ain't cold.
Imagine how G feels if he's in Florida with 70, 80 degree weather.
He's got like a flannel on, dude. What's
It's
up?
it's about 55 right
Look
now.
at you,
Oh,
freezing.
poor baby.
Freezing.
Are you well defrost out there?
I'm good. I'm happy.
With the palm trees and all.
I love it. I take on and I put off my Christmas lights in my shorts.
There you go.
Wow. Show off.
Right?
So,
So,
I
Dr. Roz, I did have one question for you
What's
to
up?
start it off. So, what is it exactly that you do? Just tell us a little bit about how you got started on your business.
Yeah. So I've been in immigration law for a bit, and then I got into kind of golden visas, which for folks who don't know what that means, it's basically anyone who wants to go live in Europe but doesn't have the ability to secure a citizenship through the descendancy because they don't have the ancestry. They can actually pay. You know, it's very easy. You pay and you get. Since 2007 or 2008, when there was that crash in the market, EU was in really bad shape. So they started actually selling residencies, God bless them. And Ireland and Spain and Portugal were the first ones to get into it. And Ireland got rid of theirs just last year. Portugal has modified theirs significantly, also September of 2023. And Spain is still holding on, but for a measly $500,000, you can secure a residency in Spain, and that's what they call it, a golden visa, because you have to pay to get that residency. And after having that for 10 years, they give you a citizenship.
Wow.
Malta currently is selling their citizenship for about €1 million, folks. So if you want an EU citizenship and you have $1 million that's burning a hole in your pocket, you can actually go and get yourself a Malta citizenship. Now, Brussels, ironically, is suing Malta because they find it to be insulting that Malta is selling, because it's not just Malta, right? It's 27 EU citizenships that you can get with just that one passport. And Brussels find it, they're saying it's illegal, they can't do that. And Malta's defense is ironically that they can do whatever they want, and you don't have to have connection to Malta as Brussels is requiring, and they're using, drum roll please, Italian citizenship law to defend their action of selling it, because they're saying Italian citizens can go back as many generations as they want, and they don't have any connections 6 generations back. What kind of connections do they have? If they can do it, we can do it. So it's interesting to see how that's going to play out in the courts, because it's playing out as we speak. And the next question is, will Italian citizenship law then be next on Brussels focused? So anyways, I'm not sure if you want to know all of that, but anyhow, so I was doing that for a bit. I just went, woo, tangent.
That's all right. That's fine.
Just went super tangent on that. Bringing it back to me, which was what sorry, your original question. And so I've been in this space for a while, and I just started, I decided to go on my own and do my own thing because I'm a difficult person. Actually, I like to do my own thing, and I just, anyway, so that's how I got started. And I only focus on descendancy law. So, and I only do Italy. So I don't do Malta or Spain or Ireland or any of that, which I used to do. So I'm focused on this very specific item, and I only take my clients to Italy, which is even more niche than any other company out there. So if anybody is wanting to go to their local US Italian consulates, I just turn them out. I'm like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Good luck getting an appointment. Good luck even getting through the door. In the next 10 years, nobody's getting an appointment.
Yeah.
So it's really not a solution. But if you want to go get your documentation and wait and hope you can get in, that's awesome for you. And I wish you luck on that. And we can talk about what you need and go into how you
absolutely.
qualify, what documents you need, and how that looks like. I particularly, again, don't help folks that want to do it locally. I take them over to Italy. We change your residency. We get your citizenship in 3 months, and you're done.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
wow.
Boom,
Oh, wow.
bing, bang.
3
So
months.
the consul, is it really 10 years?
Yeah, right. Well, it depends where you are, but New York is an interesting place because New York is the only U.S. Italian consulate that actually holds a wait list. So we can actually look at the wait list, which is close to 8,000 people, and they see they approve about 60 people a month. So if you do the math, that's 11 years.
Jesus.
Wow.
I mean, that's just mathematics.
Now, for people who don't understand this process or what it means, if I asked you, how does being a dual citizenship help me? Or what are the
benefits?
Benefits,
Yeah, well, I mean, besides being able to live in 27 EU countries and live there and work there, there's also free healthcare and free universities, and just the ability to travel during a pandemic, for example. I don't know. I mean, we were all stuck, except if you had a different passport. Those were the only folks that could actually maybe get to another place.
I could have escaped.
You could have. What were you thinking?
I like my couch too much.
Room.
I just like my couch too much. It's just
You lock him in the basement. He's not allowed out. Only on weekends.
So I always understood because my mother was born in Italy, my father was born in Italy. It was always easier for me to get my citizenship than it was if someone whose parents weren't born there. Is that true?
Okay, so the word easy is interesting to me. So let's dissect that word, because I'm an attorney and I love to dissect words, like simple words, like easy. Let's make that really hard. Let's make it really difficult. So it is easier in a sense that you need less documentation because you only go back one generation, but the procedure of proving your descendancy of having to go through the consulate is exactly the same. So just if your parents had registered your birth certificate with the U.S. Italian consulate before you were 18, you would have just been automatically Italian. But because they didn't do that, you still have to get the documentation to prove leniency. Now, because you're only one generation, you only have to go to your parents. So if you're 5 generations, you have to go back all the way to what we refer to the anchor ancestor, which is the person who left Italy. In your case, it would have been your parents. So you only have, so it's easier in a sense of documentation. But as far as the procedure is concerned, unfortunately, it's the same for you as it would be as somebody who had 4 or 5 generations back.
so. Last time I went out to Italy, I actually got my codice fiscale, my social security card, my ID card. Was talking with my aunt. I asked,
What was that word?
codice fiscale.
Yeah, explain that, please.
It's a social security card. That's your social security card. Gives me access to everything. I just swipe it.
He's going to swipe it.
Swipe it. That's
Got
it.
to say to
Free
swipe
meds. Bang.
That's his credit card.
So when I asked, well, while I'm here and I got these 2 things done, let me get my passport done. I tried getting it here in the Italian consulate. I love those guys because they'll make you wait and wait and wait. And then finally they'll tell you they can't help you until you have to reschedule. But I tried going out there, tried doing it out there. And my aunt said something about, and I don't know if it's still a thing. There's like a process, l'antimafia. Is that, do they still go through that? Did they go through like some sort of registry to do like family connections? Is that still going on?
You have to be a resident.
Okay.
So if you want to get your passport wherever it is, it has to be jurisdictional. So Italian law is very specific that way.
Gotcha.
So if if your residence is New York, they tell you to go to New York.
Right.
You know, they pass the bucket quite well, actually. They're very good at passing.
And then I come here, then they say go there, then I come here.
But if you have your Italian ID card, which you say you do, if you go ahead and email the consulate with the picture of your Italian ID card, they actually are quite good at getting back to you.
Really?
Because you're in the group. You're in the.
Gotcha.
You're with.
I'm in the in crowd?
You are.
Nice.
Yes, you are. Because once you're in the in crowd, they actually respond quite faster.
Cool.
And usually you can nab a passport appointment in 3 to 4 months.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, honey, compared to 11
I know.
years.
I know. I'm just saying.
that is
It's still like, because even getting the U.S. passport, usually even if you expedite it, it takes like 2 months, 2.5 months, 3 months, right?
Right.
So it's like roughly the same thing. Okay. That sounds reasonable.
Like, you have to, that Italian card, that ID card that you have, that's magical.
Yeah.
That's
and
magical.
it's so bare bones. You look at it, you're like, this is it? I could have done this at home. It looks bad. Like, it doesn't look like our
telling
cards
you,
here.
It is a magical.
Oh my
you don't even
God.
know.
I
You
don't.
You
I really
even know
don't.
what you had. It's like a magical thing in
The
your
only
pocket.
magic I know it does is when they knock on my door, they say, you have to be enlisted in the military. I said, my che dice. And I show them that, and they give me my free plane ticket, and they send my fat ass back to Italy.
That's
And
what
I'm
I'm
all right.
talking about.
I'm like, there you go.
There's another benefit that I forgot to talk
See?
about. There you go.
Ducking the army.
Just so you know a little bit about Marcus, we got to be careful when we use the words "you're magical" because now he thinks he's more important than everybody.
Oh, forget about it. Now I'm here.
Forget about it, huh?
Look at all you
Forget about
peasants.
He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave the studio table with his chest up high,
What?
saying,
I'm gonna get one of those satchels that goes across the chest, and I'm just gonna start walking around with that.
"I won't be surprised if tomorrow he comes back to my house with a lanyard and his magic card on his chest."
Oh man.
So the process seems like it could be prolonged or difficult, even though you don't like the word easy. But you're showing them we could get this done and cut a couple of steps in between.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, everything is jurisdictional. So wherever you live, there is a breakdown of like Colorado, jurisdictionally, I have to go to Chicago. If you're in LA or Nevada, jurisdictionally, you have to go to LA, Italian consulates. So it really depends of where you live, and the jurisdiction decides where you can apply. So what I do and what my company does, we actually change your residency temporarily and get you to. No, we legitimately
It's
change
legit. It's legit.
We do change your residency to Italy by providing long-term rental. And Italy has this really interesting rule, which is we love because it's Italy, and that's why we love Italy, because they have quirky laws. But you actually have to be physically police checked. Like the police have to physically walk in to your apartment and A, make sure it's you, and B, make sure that you're living in an apartment versus like a parking lot, because apparently people did that.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Okay. So they come and they check you physically. And so those two things, once that happens, you have established residency. And the minute you do that, you don't need an appointment anymore. It's this magical thing that in smaller towns in Italy, no, I'm magical now. I'm going to take that back.
Okay. Can we say we're magical?
You know what?
That's why I pointed. I said
That's
that
right.
shifted.
You're shifted.
I'll share, but I can't give it.
You know what? I think we should be we now.
There, we're
Were
magical.
we? Where were we? And then you can turn your documents into the clerk without an appointment. And so that's what makes the process fast, because in certain locations in Italy, there's no appointments needed. Not every location, like big places like Rome and Milano and all that, you'll need an appointment. But that's not where I sent you.
Right.
You think I was born yesterday? No, I was born like 3 days ago, not just yesterday. So we make sure that you go to a smaller town. Like, for example,
That's congestion.
yeah, like if you were go to New York City to get to the DMV, you're taking 3 days off, you're taking a book, you're taking maybe 6 books because you're going to be there for a while, and you got to go 6 times because you know what? You thought you had everything, but you don't. You got to go back 6 times.
Right.
And then I went to Colorado. I got my DMV in and out in 30 minutes. My jaw hit the floor. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Italy is the same, right? Like you can go to smaller towns that are much more efficient because they're smaller
Right.
versus a big congested place like Roma, Milano. So we function in a smaller, more efficient locations.
That's why everyone in Queens, when they got to go to the DMV, we just shoot to Long Island. We just go there, and it's like, oh, I just cut my whole trip in like three hours,
Is
4
it
hours.
faster there?
You're unbelievably faster. I could go to the DMV in this area, Queens,
Have
and
fun.
you're there for hours to do the simplest thing. You drive 30 minutes out east, you're in and out in 5 minutes.
There
And
you
It's
go.
unbelievable.
Best part
the
about the
same
DMV in Queens, they give you complimentary attitude. Beautiful.
Oh,
You don't even have to ask for it.
with
It's just
like
right
no
in the
extra
door.
charge. See, that's
That's
special. That's special onto itself.
It's almost like everybody that works there is just miserable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because they're government workers. They're
You know,
not happy.
I was so used to going to the DMV in Queens my whole life. So when I moved up here and I changed, most of my information, I went to the DMV here and I forgot a proof of a letter where I lived. So they asked me for it. I was like, what the fuck? You didn't ask me for this. Like I started screaming. The New York came out of me. And then the lady and my wife was like, hey, it's okay. And then the lady turns around and goes, we're going to do this for you anyway. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay, I forgot where I was.
He sits there. I'm like, I love you.
Bring it down
They're just so
19
nice here.
notches.
And I was just being rude.
They politely arrested you.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Go into the nice man's car.
Okay, so another question I have is you provide everything from A to Z all the way to when they get their citizenship.
Yes.
So you're gonna ship me off to Italy.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
ship
I-
you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there temporarily. Is there anything that you provide me while I'm there?
Like a foot massage? Like, what do you want?
no, I like
Yeah, what do you need? Whatever you need, honey. I'll do whatever you want.
like tourism or anything like that.
Okay,
to
so
keep
my
people...
particular company, we only focus on citizenship because, honey, you went there to freaking, like, what are you thinking? I have people who are like, well, I really want to go to Tuscany. I'm like,
It's not a vacation.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I am not an actual, like, tourist.
You're not a travel agent.
I'm like, I don't know what you're thinking.
You're lucky I'm getting you on the plane.
So we are trying to, I'm talking to my partners on the ground in Italy, and we are coming up with some ideas of like
Like a tour.
wine tours and making pasta and maybe classes. And we are going to add boar hunting. I don't know why you need
Nice.
to go. There it is. This is me. Like Maria, she's like, what the fuck? I'm with you. Lady, I'm with fucking
Dude,
you.
we sent my uncle equipment to go boar hunting legally.
Oh my God.
Legally.
No, you'll be like legal without the fucking
Exactly.
without the quotation marks, motherfucker. I'm not gonna lose my bar. on
Telling
this.
you.
No, but there's his fucking quotations marks around my fucking ass. No, but like I'm with you, Maria. I mean, what the fuck? The boar did nothing to you. Why the fuck you gotta go shoot it?
It's
For
so
real.
tasty.
People get
They're
like,
tasty.
look at this.
Come on.
Wait, you've had boar before?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
I've had pigeon.
That's like a rat that
No,
flies,
well, that's
man.
the thing. You don't get. I'm not saying you're not eating Manhattan pigeons in the countryside. That's what they do. They
They're
eat.
classy.
You know, they're not like city
The country is
disgusting
classy
ones.
pigeons.
Yeah, they eat nice food over there. So you grab
Like organic pigeons.
organic pigeon. Think of it like a Cornish game hen that can go a couple of thousand miles in the air.
Okay.
So listen, they eat everything there. Why do you think there's no squirrels?
Yeah. You know, are you sure it was not a quail? Because I don't know what the fuck quail is. I've never seen a fucking quail.
Quail
it
is
could
small.
be a fucking pigeon.
Small. They're like
Like
this.
a-
They're
yeah,
tiny.
right.
They're tiny.
He's a quail.
But boar hunting out there—that's a big thing. We had to send my uncle a helmet with the flashlight on it,
off.
so he sees them at night, and because that's when you're supposed to really get them. That's
Well,
when
that's
they're.
what I'm talking about.
know.
So we're gonna add some.
That'd be awesome.
What? Look at that shit. Look.
That would be
He's
awesome.
getting all excited about
See?
this shit. I thought it was a fucked up idea, but look at
Nah, that's great.
Can
That's
you do me a
great.
favor? Just to get him out of here, send them boar hunting for me.
Oh my
it.
God.
Just-
right now. I'm gonna
Let's
ship
go.
you out right
Let's
now.
go.
Magic card.
We're gonna
and go
get
boar
a
hunting.
magical kit. So we're gonna So we're trying to sort of provide, but it wouldn't be through my company. We would then introduce you to folks on the ground and give you like options, and you could select to do what you choose, or hunting or not,
Right.
or go vineyards, whatever, to just give you things to do and explore your new country, which you're going to be a part of, right? And so we always say it's not a citizenship, it's an experience.
That's awesome.
That's a good way to
is
look at it.
awesome.
Seriously.
Yeah, because you're experiencing the town and locals and local activities.
If you want to be a citizen, you gotta know what there is. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like I'm not gonna just be a citizen of anything and be like, well, I have no idea what this is. What did I sign up for? You gotta know what the culture is. You gotta know what the ins and the outs are.
Yeah, and you get like a little bit of a glimpse.
Right.
And
Right.
and because it's not like a big metropolitan town.
Right.
Like Milano or Roma, it's more local and it's really an essence of Italy.
Is there any reason I could get denied?
So this is a really interesting question that you asked. So this is my secret sauce. Frank, I'm glad you brought that up. So the way I function is totally different than everybody else. So the way we do it is before we send you to Italy, I say before I greenlight your flight, I take a copy of your documentation and I actually send it to the clerk in Italy. So we have offices in Italy, and God bless them. Somebody takes your photos and they walk into, because there's no appointments needed. They walk into the clerk's office, they sit there for 8 hours, you're welcome, and wait for their turn to be called. And then they take in, and the clerk will review your application. And if there's any discrepancies or something they don't like, they let us know ahead of time. So we will then tackle whatever that is before your flight. And I don't ever send anyone down there until I know that that's legit. And if we hit a wall, I'm like, I'm sorry, you can't go. We can't help you. And so you know, wait, this is why I guarantee citizenship, because this is just the way we set it up. So I know when you fly, you good, because we've done all of our due diligence.
You're ready. That's it.
Yes, we've done our due diligence beforehand. And of course, this is something that could never happen in any of the U.S. Italian consulates, because you don't know what it is. It's like a box of chocolates.
Right.
You don't know what you're going to get when you walk in and
Right.
who you're going to get. And there's a huge amount of discrepancy that the clerk has, which is very Italian. So if you do immigration, if you do U.S. immigration law, the federal laws are very uniform. So if you want to get an American visa or whatever, and you go to the American consulate in London or you go to Paris, they're going to give you the exact same set of documentation requirements. Not for Italy. Oh, no, that would be too boring. So, no. They like to spice it up. So they all have actually different requirements. If you look at the website for the Italian consulate in New York, they have different requirements than the one in Miami, than the one in California, than the one in, and then,
Why?
oh, honey, it's Italy.
They do what they want.
They do as they please.
They're looking at states. It's still United States. Like it
No, this is Italy, because it's a sovereign land of Italy in these
Right.
consulates, and they do as they please. And so they have radically different requirements. And so whenever someone's like, what documents do I need? I'm like, where are you applying? Right? The question is, where are you applying? And even if you apply in Italy, there's close to 8,000 comunos, towns, where you can apply in, and every town has different requirements.
Yeah.
Good Lord, where are you applying? So I'm always like, I could kind of tell you in general what you need, which I could just say now. In
Right.
general, they all will need birth certificates and marriage certificates, and death certificates for everybody in line, from you all the way to the anchor ancestor, which is the person who left Italy, minimum. And a naturalization documentation. Can we talk about that for a minute?
Yes, of
Because I
course.
get a lot of questions on that. What the fuck is that? Ooh, can I say that word?
Can you say it again? I didn't hear. I didn't hear what she said. You guys got it?
Boom, an F-bomb right there. I get that a lot. They're like, whoa. So I'm like, first of all, naturalization documentation is a documentation that you only get if you get sworn in as a citizen. So if you're Italian and you came to the United States and you want to be American, you have to get sworn in. In Italy, until 1992, they did not recognize dual citizenships. So anyone who became an American citizen, unbeknownst to them, gave up their Italian citizenship. So that's one of the big hurdles that we have to qualify people for. So if your folks came over from Italy, your parents, and they became American citizens before you were born, you don't qualify. Because Italy, well, this is before 1992. So if they naturalized before 1992, and then you were born, Italy says they lost their citizenship and therefore the bloodline could not get passed down. But if they came over, had you boys, and then naturalized, Italy says they were only Italian at the time of your birth.
We good.
You good. Besides, they probably naturalized after 92 anyways, because, but I'm just saying, so that's the magical date. So that's one of the huge hurdles that we have to qualify people for. There's some other ones that can get hairy. And
So real quick, and I'm not sure if this actually does apply. When they look at, like you said, naturalization, what side do they really normally look at the most? Like, what do they focus on?
the left side.
The right
left one.
which could be
Or maybe the right.
okay. So there you go. Meaning, like, do they look at the father's, your father's lineage, your mother's lineage? Like, what is the focus there? What do
That's
they
a good
see as a
question.
thicker
Thicker.
connection?
Ooh, you want me to say guys, don't you? Yeah, you do.
I know the answer. I just
Something
want
about
you
the
to say
thicker,
it.
the thicker. I don't know about first of all, you only need one line to be clear. So you can be either your mom or your dad. And the people who are privileged enough to have both, well, you know. Until 1948, though, females were not human. No, they were. Just kidding. No, but seriously, until 1948, Italy did not recognize females having legal ability to pass their citizenship onto their children. So if you have a child and your only connection is through a maternal line
Right.
that you have to go through, again, if the mother gave birth before January 1st of 1941, she was incapable of passing that citizenship into her child. So in those cases, you have to actually sue in Italy, and it's a litigation case, because Italy since then they were just kidding. They realized that females were human. Oh, just kidding. And so they do now recognize the fact that they were able to pass citizenship into their children. So, but for those cases, we call them 1948 cases. They have to go and litigate those cases in the court. You cannot go through the consulate. And I actually don't handle any of those
Why
cases.
doesn't the court just flip the switch? Because
Right.
what's the point then? You know, they can still get declined.
Like reversing it.
Really?
That's true.
You're so funny.
You're suggesting they do work. What is wrong with
Comedy,
you?
isn't it?
They all go to sleep at like 12 o'clock. over
Yeah,
there.
12 o'clock, and they wake up at 4, and then they have dinner, and they go back to bed.
What the fuck is wrong with you? It's Italy. Nothing makes sense.
when I go to Italy, I just visit Uncle Joey and Uncle Sal. and-
Joey, how you doing, Joey?
I don't need to talk to anybody in Palo.
Nobody. No, nothing makes sense. Welcome to my life.
That is, I mean, when you hear about these steps and the laws and the different states and what matters,
Yes.
it's crazy to know like all that homework that they need to do and prep and like imagine if I get flown to Italy and I get there, like oh well, like
Oh yeah, you
Have fun.
I gotta tell you, I have people who call me. They're like, Roz, I was in Italy for 3 months. I spent 20 grand and I got nowhere. I'm like, oh, baby cake. I hear you.
I hope you have another 20.
I'm like, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that you thought this was easy. And that's another thing, right? I mean, as much as we complain about our logistical government, the red tape in Italy is legendary.
Oh, yeah.
Legit.
Oh, yeah.
It's legit. So, you know, just when you're like, oh, I can do this. Well, okay.
Good luck.
Good luck. How are you doing? And you know, but if you have a lot of time, and if you're like, listen, I'm just gonna go there, I'm gonna move, I'm gonna live there indefinitely. I don't care if it's gonna take 2 years or whatever. Then you should do that. Like it's doable. But if you're in a time crunch, like if you have a child who's turning 18. And you want to get it in so the child doesn't have to go through the exact same process, and that's what's one of our time crunches that I get a lot of. Then you need to hire me or someone. Well, no one's as fabulous as me, but
Right. That's why you're here.
everybody knows that. Hello, but or someone like me, which obviously nobody's like me. But yes, but you need help. That's what I'm trying to say.
So another question that I have is, so let's just go, how far back? Meaning like when my father came here, we were born, he went to the consulate, took care of all the paperwork ahead of time. He beat the shit out of whoever he had to beat the shit out of to get it done. But all of us got our papers done now. If I wanted to do that now for my kids, how far down the line can that go to keep getting, like, re-upping their citizenship to have their citizen.
There's no limitation as
point.
long
Okay,
as you
so it can
do
keep
it.
going.
Oh yeah, as long as you do
Cool.
it before they're 18, they
Okay.
don't have to go through me ever.
Perfect.
But someone like me who doesn't have their dual citizenship, if
Oh
I
yeah,
wanted
you're
to get my
screwed.
son,
I'm just kidding.
that's
So
a whole
you need
different
to-
story for my son now.
Well, first you have to be citizen. So
Right.
once you are a citizen, and if your children are under the age of 18, then all you have to do is register their birth certificate, and they're good to go as well.
Right.
So, but you first have to be recognized, and it's interesting because I know your parents were Italian, but let's say there was 4 generations. First of all, there's no generation limits. You can go back as many generations as you need, except that naturalization date is one of the big sort of like hurdles that we have to clear to make sure that that clears out. But you don't actually have to, like, I get this question I get a lot. Does my dad, does he have to be citizen first and then I'm a citizen? No, you can actually skip generations and go back 3-4 generations and become a citizen if you just prove your line. And then you can just pass it right down to your minor child. But at the same time, you can't pass it to your parents. And that's another question I get. It's like, well, my mom, who's not Italian, but can I make her Italian because I'm Italian? I'm like, no, don't go backwards, honey. It just goes forwards.
That bridge was burned.
Yeah, they gone. They gone.
So earlier I asked, could I be declined in anything? And I got that answer. But what about, let's just say I'm going back a couple of generations, right?
Okay.
And they figure out, one of my uncles is Al Capone.
That's cool.
Would that stop me?
No.
They wouldn't hold that against
No,
people?
they don't care about crime. God bless you.
We're good.
We good. We like you.
Listen.
Boom.
I'm getting my magic card, G.
Well, that's why she's here today. She's going to help us all.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
It's so the steps to getting your citizenship could be so, you know, there's so many little details that nobody like. I didn't know. I learned so much today just from talking about you. But that's why people like you are needed, and that's why you're there.
Yeah, I mean, I always say you pay and I take the pain away. That's what I do. I'm here to take all the pain away. But honestly, legitimately, I have a lot of free information on my website, and anyone is more than welcome to go read it. I mean, we're there to help people in either direction, and I do help a lot for no cost whatsoever. But you know, there's limitations to my powers. I mean, I can't send you to Italy and put you in an apartment for free. Good Lord. But I most certainly can, you know, give you, like, I qualify people for free. I explain to them what their best path is for, you know, for no cost or whatever. Just, we actually have a very cool, I put it together, therefore it's awesome.
There you go.
Chart. My son was like, it looks like the game of life, Mom. You don't even and then you can just follow and see if you hit a hurdle and if you qualify and whatnot. And that's the first step, to be like, do I even qualify? I mean, I had a lady who called me and she was like, I hired a service and they got all my documentation. And 11 years ago, I went to the Chicago consulate and they told me I don't qualify because my mom naturalized. I was like, the fuck? You paid some douchebag who didn't qualify you before they charged you? What the? I would have fired everyone. My cat, my dog.
There you
I'm
go.
like,
Everybody's hitting that street.
whoever in the wrath. I'm like, what the? Who the fuck? What the? Like, that's ridiculous, right? Like, I work with 2 sets of folks, like people who want me to do all your documentation, no problem. I'll do that for you. Or people who've already have documentation and just want to go to Italy, and we do that. But before I even take anyone on for taking to Italy, we qualify them. I'm like, I'm not going to make you sign my contract until I know you really have your documents. Oh, I have it. I'm like, okay, we'll see about that.
Let's
You
get
know?
it done.
No, I mean, I had this guy who's like, no, I have everything. And I'm looking, I'm like, well, because if you're not naturalized, so not everybody's ancestor is naturalized, right? People could, back then, fuck off, in 1800s, there's not ICE running around fucking arresting people
Right.
and shit. Like, people
Yeah.
like lived here without ever becoming American for years, and they died here. And so if that was your case, you obviously qualify because there's no disqualification hurdle in your pathway. But we still need to prove they didn't naturalize. And you need to get this document we call it cone, not like a cone in your head,
Cone.
but it stands. I know it's sexy, right? But it stands for certification of non-existence, and it has to come from the USCIS, which is the United States Immigration and Citizenship Office. It's a federal document proving that they've searched their entire database and they never found your ancestors that came over, and that is what proves that nobody naturalized. We still need that. So this gentleman came over. He's like, I don't, no one naturalized. I'm like, awesome. Where's your cone? He's like, no, I have a census. I'm like, honey, that's not a legal document. The fuck, census? No. And a cone can take 15 to 18 weeks. So if I hadn't done my due diligence and he had signed my contract, I told him, I'm like, I can take your money. Take your money now. But why would you want to pay me and then you have to go fetch? Like what?
And they get declined.
Right.
Like what? Like I'm like, come to me when you're ready. So we qualify people even in that step because none of that shit will happen. Oh, I went and I didn't Fuck you talking about you didn't qualify? You paid someone to get all these documents for you for what? Apostille, certified, and translate for what reason?
Right. So a question I like to ask people, actually we have a few. When you deal with customers and clients,
Bitch slap.
I'm sure you have, exactly.
We like to hear those, by the way.
I would like to hear from you. What have been the nicest moments of working with someone and the worst moments of working with someone?
Look at you putting me on the spot. I'm gonna get fired.
Just don't say names. Just don't say
know.
names. Say asshole 1 and asshole 2. That's it.
If you want, give out their social security.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's cool. I love the ones who are organized. Right? Thank you, everyone out there who knows their entire ancestor line.
Thank you for being competent.
Thank you for being competent. And
The 2 of the 10 that come in.
give a shit about your ancestors and fucking know what the fuck's going on there and actually have some resemblance of names and birthdays and who the fuck they were.
Right.
Thank you for those, all of you. There's literally only 2 out there. No.
I'm telling you.
You in between. Those are my favorites. The hardest ones are the ones that know nothing. Like, and it's, and they give me the wrong information.
And an attitude, probably, right? Like they know more than you. Have you?
No, my clients are lovely. Right?
She's lying.
I can see it.
Lying.
It's okay.
She lying.
It's okay.
She lying.
So, like, do you have like the worst, like a really bad experience with one of the
Oh
clients?
my God, I called him. I was like, I'm going to fucking come over and bitch slap you.
Nice.
And I actually have said that.
Nice.
I literally
I
let
have a
my
question.
clients know that I'm like, this is it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is what you get when you get on a call with me. This is who I am. And you either love it or you don't. And if you don't, hey, man, I'm not for everyone. And
I'm
this
the
is
real
why
me. Yep.
I have my own fucking company.
There you go.
Okay? Because I know I'm not for everyone.
You got to brand yourself like dark chocolate. I'm not for everybody.
This is it. This is what we got. I'm like a brand of stuff. But no, he gave me his ancestry and he said it, his great grandfather, whatever. He gave me a name. Let's say his name was John, whatever.
Sure.
Motherfucker, I looked for John for like 3 fucking months.
Are you serious?
I think I like
Really,
went.
with Steve.
Fucking name was like Albert, motherfucker. It wasn't even fucking close. Like I was going blind, and like my glasses kept getting thicker and thicker,
Why
and
would
I'm
you do
fucking.
that?
What the fuck? And then I was like, what the fuck? And it was like, oh, I don't know. There's just, John and John married, I don't know, Lucy. Like John and Lucy. Like census, ship manifest, fucking going months. And then I have like help backup, like emergency, like I called a girlfriend of mine. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm drowning. She's like, is this information right? I'm like, oh, he says it's right. And his family's looked into it. And he even spelling, he didn't like John because he was Johnny or Jonathan. And he said it had an H. It didn't have a fucking H. We talked about the fucking H for like, we argued over the fucking spelling. So he feels really strong. And like, I shit you not. 3 days later, she's like, it's fucking Albert.
I knew it.
I'm like, fuck you right now with Albert. Because, like, she found the sons, like, the next generations down, like, draft card. And he had written down like a different name for his dad.
Oh my god.
And I called the guy. I was like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
It was Albert Bastard.
I'm like, you don't know. He's like, no fucking way, man. No fucking way. That can't be fucking
I got the
right.
paper in front of me, asshole. What does it say?
He didn't even know himself.
Telling you, man. These are like, oh, no fucking way, man. That fucking can't be right. I'm going to call my fucking family. I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'm just gonna kill you. I'll throw your papers in your
I'm gonna
grave.
fucking crawl this. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking one bitch.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so those are the hardest ones when you don't have any inkling of your background. And we always start, and if he had just said that, like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about these names. I'm not clear about my anchor ancestors, but I definitely know my grandfather. Maybe we could start there and move backwards. I would have done that.
Absolutely.
But when they turn around and give you this really solid, like, yes, and then I'm like, do you even fucking qualify?
Yeah.
Because then, I mean, that was the next panic. Because I'm like, well, we know fucking John qualified.
If he doesn't know names, what are we gonna find next?
I was like, well, I don't know who the fuck John is, but he's gonna be my fucking client because I know everything about his fucking ass. But let's go find John.
He could have been bipolar.
Yeah, you never know. DID, disassociation.
So yes, please learn something about the background. And if you don't know, let us know that you're uncertain, because then I wouldn't be desperately looking for John with an H or without an H or whatever the fuck the H was. I'm like, motherfucker, you were arguing over an H. It was like Albert. Like,
Yeah, like
With
it's
no
a
H. No H in there.
fuck off right now.
All right, Roz, we have one question we ask everybody who's sitting there. You ready?
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go.
Okay, Roz. Is it sauce or is it gravy?
Fuck off, it's gravy.
Found it!
We did it! We did it!
We've had.
And you got it!
I got
Am I in? Am I in?
No,
No.
you're in trouble.
You are in some serious shit right now. All right, let me explain to you something, all right?
How many people first saw?
I'm out. I'm out.
I
We have. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I'm sweating here. So we finally found the one.
Oh shit! Here we go.
All right.
Lock the doors.
All right, so this interview is going to go on for a little longer than we thought. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let me ask you something. We have had so many people sit in that chair, and we've been waiting for that person.
Oh
to say
shit! I walked right
okay.
into it.
You got it.
You did.
And I said it with such confidence too.
I just have one or two questions. I'm sure we all do.
Oh, we all do. Go
more
ahead.
than one, I guess.
How did gravy come? What happened that you started calling it gravy? Was that like, did your parents do that?
Grandma. Fuck off.
Oh my God.
Grandma's from where?
Naples. Oh, here we go. Breathe.
God.
Oh, breathe.
Just let him die. Don't worry about it. Just let
You're
him
like
die.
dying. All right.
We loved you, Marcus. Go ahead.
All right. So Nonna from Naples called it gravy. Right? That's what you're saying.
I don't know. I don't know if I played the fifth. I don't know. This is getting bad. This is getting dark, guys. Dark.
You can't ask lawyers questions.
No, because I've worked with lawyers for a very long time. I know how to word stuff. Trust me. So Nonna
his shirt off.
from
He's taking his shirt.
he's getting rid of. He's getting
Yeah,
his
yeah,
shirt
real
off.
hot.
In the background.
Oh boy.
Nonna from Naples called
jeez.
it gravy. Is that what you're telling me? Nonna from Naples.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. But okay, so the thing is, because we never had somebody who actually and people that we thought would say gravy actually say sauce, and this kind of like threw me in a loop. I wasn't expecting this.
Oh my god.
So why? Just why? But you understand why somebody like me or us, we would be like, really? Like, you get why?
No.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I was shocked. I thought I was in. I thought I was in the club, guys.
I really. No.
I thought I
Okay,
said the
so she sees this
password.
from
She
the
thought we were
Yes.
serious.
opposite side of the-
I thought
Yes.
it was like the secret
Absolutely.
password.
Listen, I get it. I understand. I get it. The thing is, so a lot gravy around here. When you hear it from like a lot of.
What do you put on your turkey?
Fuck off right now.
See, but that's what I'm saying. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like this is the argument we've been waiting for, and it's with a lawyer. So listen, that's what I'm saying. This is perfect because it's like, okay, you put gravy on your turkey, on your not brisket, on your beef or whatever it is,
Or whatever the fuck it is.
whatever, a meat, a protein. But now you have sauce, Why not sauce? Why can't you? Why is it gravy and not sauce?
You're interrogating.
I have to press. I have to press. You don't-
She's dead.
Okay.
But you know what? You know what?
dead.
Aunt Marie, who
Okay.
is actually Sister Gertrude, and she is a Mother Superior at the Little Sisters of the Poor, is still with us.
Okay.
And I can ask her because she most certainly is the only one that is still alive and would know, and we can get to the bottom of.
I would
this
love this if we could figure this
behavior
out.
because but you gotta watch out. She's a nun.
That's
So
fine.
If you piss her off.
No, I'm
you
ready
going to
for
fucking
it.
hell.
I'm ready for
I mean,
it.
straight hell.
Listen.
Like, she's doing God's work.
You can't secure a position I already have. I'm just saying you're just making it more comfortable.
right now you're getting upset at Sister Gertrude.
I'm getting upset at anybody
in
who
Bronx.
says it. That's fine. Good,
just
because I
saying
live in
she's in
Yonkers.
Bronx.
I'll take a
They're next door
drive.
to each other.
I will take a drive.
Oh.
We will have an in-person conversation on why gravy is 1,000% wrong. But I will leave that for another day. I don't wanna upset her.
Oh my! I'm
We'll
just
leave it
letting you
that
know.
way.
I just threw in on Sister
fine.
Gertrude.
That's fine.
So if you know, may
I
not
got
know.
God on my side. I don't know what you got on your side.
Honestly, I don't need nobody. I am a man with no defenses. I'm just saying I can
I
do
like
it.
to retract the magical word that
Okay.
I had initially.
That's fine.
You
That's
lost your
fine.
card.
It's okay. Should I give you the cards now and then you take them back and
I'm
shred
sorry,
them?
I don't-
All right, no problem.
So wait, I wanna twist Marco's.
Oh,
yeah?
let's
My
do
bad.
it.
Yeah.
Marco, you're on. Yeah.
However you call it, sauce or gravy. How do you season it? Do you add sugar in it a little bit?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
She's been saved. Thank you.
You're safe from
Thank you.
Now you can unlock the door.
Thank you. Thank you.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Everyone in the audience, you heard it first here. You put salt, not sugar, and not too much of it, but you don't put sugar.
No,
Thank
what
you.
the fuck you talking about?
So I season mine salt, pepper, a little bit of sugar. Not like that it's like
All right,
sweet.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not putting the cup in. That'd be hilarious.
Sorry. We need. This is a serious discussion now.
Yeah, let's go.
Fuck off. What the fuck?
Awesome. All right, so you're 50-50 right now. So we're good. You're in the parallel. There you go.
So are you guys best friends again?
Yeah, we're okay.
no,
We're on talking terms. We're on talking terms.
We might be, but well, wait a minute. What the fuck? So, are we talking bolognese or what's sauce?
No, like a regular like sugo, like like the like
Yeah.
sauce.
No, fucking fuck off.
What do you put in your bolognese? Since we're on that topic,
Okay, that's important.
Yes, it is.
don't say it.
I'm not gonna say anything, but if
First
she
of
says
all,
it right.
we have to start with carrots, celery.
Oh, keep going! Don't stop.
Can we just stop right there?
Hold on a minute. Onions and garlic.
Oh my God, she's
Yeah,
got it.
lady, I'm in.
She's got
And
it.
then
this.
you mince that shit, and that's where the sweetness is from carrots, darling. You don't actually
Correct.
add extra. And then you sauce it up. And the sauce
Preach.
matters, people.
Preach.
Fuck off. Don't be buying that
Do you
shit
add like
for-
celery and
celery?
peas?
Yeah,
You add
celery.
peas?
Oh,
Did
you
I
put-
not say celery? I
No, you
apologize.
did. You did.
No,
Do you
yeah,
put
she
peas?
did.
What the fuck you talking
Thank you,
about?
God. Here it is. This is what I'm talking about.
Peas? What the fuck are you
This
talking
is
about?
it.
Nice job, Marco. Nice job.
That first word that we're not gonna say again in this.
Gravy.
We're not gonna say it. I'm gonna pretend like you never said it. We're good.
Yeah, agree. It's
It's weird. I mean, it's not weird.
Who puts peas in this eyes?
Talking
no?
about?
So how we do it?
Beans?
No,
What the fuck you talking
No,
about?
no, green peas.
So a lot of people sometimes they put green peas, not a whole lot of it, but enough to give it like color. They like peas enough to where they'll put it in. I've seen them in
Color
different-
is from basil, darling. And a little parsley.
Wait, parsley? I never put parsley in there.
A little parsley at the end. And I don't do wine. I do balsamic vinegar.
Really. I can kind of see where
And
that
hold
would
on a minute.
work in. Okay.
We're doing a little secret here. My
Sure.
my boys will be pissed that I'm giving this shit out.
Okay.
Okay? You gotta put anchovies in.
That's the old school way.
Fuck yeah!
That is the old school way. That's what I'm talking about.
What, in the sauce?
Oh fuck yeah!
Yes.
Gives it body.
Yep.
You, like,
Interesting.
and it just disappears.
Yes.
And it's gorgeous. And then you're
It's not fishy?
not at all.
No, it's
And it-
too much.
No, because it's this big batch of sauce.
Right.
with a couple of
Frank could have extra
anchovies.
anchovies
I
in
mean,
there.
look, don't involve me because I got a feeling that I could get punched from the left and the right I'm gonna wait till one of the other leaves. And
Switzerland right now.
so on social media, there's this big thing that goes out all the time. Is it sauce or is it gravy? And people battle it out.
Right.
So for
Well, obviously gravy.
Don't maybe take back all that stuff,
Have you ever
please.
seen a can? Have you ever seen a can of red? Well, I'm gonna say
Go ahead,
sauce.
sauce.
That's what I call it. But it says gravy on the red sauce on it, like on the
Don't
can.
be all fucking litigical over there. Like,
why not? No, answer the question. I'm the judge right now. Answer the question.
First of all, it becomes gravy when you cook it. Not when you buy the fucking sauce. That's why it's called fucking gravy. Because when you go and buy the tomato fucking sauce, it's sauce.
Okay.
And then you convert it
Into a gravy.
What converts it? What converts it? Shut
Well,
your
we
mouth.
just went through the process.
We just went. What,
The- we just did the
so it's
ingredient.
not. So it's not gravy. What she's saying, it's for her. It's not gravy from inception. It's gravy once it's turned into the dish.
That's we have now.
Why? Because the sauce gets darker? Is that why?
Fuck, do I know why? It's like
It's
a
just,
different
that's
name.
just one
It's
of
like
those things. It's just one of those
you know
things.
when you
fucking
cook it?
sense.
I
It's
know,
like-
I know.
No, it makes no fucking sense. So you don't buy like you don't the sauce you fucking buy. You don't fucking eat that shit.
Right.
It's just fucking sauce.
Unless you have mental problems.
fucking problems.
But whatever, we'll leave that alone.
Listen,
fucking
guys,
eat that.
I'm
You
scared
eat
right
the
now. It's
fucking
gravy.
gravy.
It's fucking gravy.
I've converted everyone.
Awesome.
It's fucking
Please
gravy.
let me out.
Dr. Roz, tell everybody where they can find you, all your social media platforms, how to get in touch with you.
Yes. So my company is called Bespoke Italian Citizenship, and we have obviously we YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, and apparently I'm on TikTok. I had no idea. All with the same sort of name, Bespoke Italian Citizenship. I just did a YouTube video where I went to the Chicago Italian Embassy. And I kind of stormed it a little bit. And I'm like, why don't you give appointments? Because Chicago doesn't have a wait list like New York does. So it's almost more frustrating because you've no idea how many people are trying to get an appointment. At least with New York, you have this visibility of 8,000 people on the wait list, and you can calculate your odds. But with Chicago, they only go at 2 years out, and literally there's never any appointments. And I'm like, are you going to do a wait list? Are you going to do that? And I didn't video when I was in there, but I would video it in the hallway because it says you can't video inside. So I was videoing in the hallway, and the Italian police came out, and he's like, delete. And I said, no. And I started running down you can't see any of that in the fucking YouTube. But
See you running one couple.
I absolutely almost got arrested. So you welcome everyone that I did that for you all. Just want to put that out there. But yes, so YouTube Shorts, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
And your website, Bespoke Italian
Bespoke
Citizenship.com.
Italian. It's actually bicitaly.com, which stands for Bespoke Italian Citizenship. But you can also do Bespoke Italian Citizenship because we tailor your documentation to your clerk, and we do all the due diligence, and that's why we went with Bespoke, because we literally tailor your documents to make sure that you can get through. And if we can't get you through, then we let you know and we release you back into the wild.
There you go. He will find his way home.
So everybody, you heard it here. Check her out. You have to find out. Actually, I'll say you have to separate it, right? Do you want the experience? It's right here in the couch. Do you want to go through something you don't know? You might get robbed. But do it the right way. We brought it here today to share this story because when my brother approached me with it, I was blown away by it. I actually liked it. I didn't even know there was a shorter process. I didn't even know people helped you. So check her out. Follow her. Stay in touch. This full video will be on YouTube. All clips will be put on Instagram. I am so happy you came here for us.
Thank you for having me, guys. This was very
Here,
happy.
seriously.
This was fun.
Yes.
And outdoor is open to you anytime.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Now, this podcast was real gravy.